Ooh, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of America, welcome to episode 29 of the Be Quiet podcast. I am your host, Karl Warner.
You want to know what's funny about that, Karl? Is that I couldn't hear a single word you said.
I was going to say, your audio quality is horrible.
Your audio is so bad. We probably should have picked someone else for that. It's going to sound like, welcome back to the podcast, guys. This is episode 29. I like how you also said, welcome, I'm your host, Karl Warner. Like, yes. All right, anyways, welcome back. We got Karl. You know what that means.
Sit down, Karl.
We're going to be reading Book of Thieves later. We're going to be reading Karl's book from 6th grade. We're going to be reading the middle parts of it. We got Blake back. We're gonna talk to Blake. And we got Ryan back from The Coveted, episode 14. One of the most popular episodes of the podcast. It was the 4th most popular, but now I think it's the 3rd most popular because one of the videos isn't there anymore.
Hey, I'll take it. Number 3.
I don't know. Maybe I don't know if it passed Karl's. I don't think it passed Karl's episode. I don't remember what. I don't know the exact orders. I don't really give that much of a shit. Where did Karl go? Karl just left.
Bitch, I'm right here. I'm putting a frozen pizza in the oven.
Can we talk about the fact that Karl right now is wearing his he's wearing a what's it called? The
flannel?
A flannel, but he's not wearing a shirt under it.
Yeah, it's like a jacket flannel, and then he's got a cross. He looks like a 1980s.
Yeah, he looks like he's trying to be like a sexy lumberjack or something.
Yeah.
I don't know what his deal is. Oh, now he's flexing. Oh my god, it's so laggy. Oh no.
They had those pajama pants on. It's like Magic Mike 4, dude.
Why is it so lag? Hold on. Let me turn off Wi-Fi and a couple of devices around. Maybe that'll make it better. Huh?
Should I try to join my phone?
Should you try it on your phone? Oh my god, I can't hear a thing! Oh no.
This might be the best first 2 minutes of your podcast there's ever been, dude.
I can't even hear anything.
Oh no.
I can't even hear because I don't know. Ryan is laggy. Karl is laggy. You're not as laggy, but you're kind of laggy.
Yeah, Blake is coming through fine.
Oh, now Ryan is coming through fine. I had my phone on the Wi-Fi, so maybe that'll help. So, Ryan, what's been up with you? I haven't seen you since, we left.
I don't know. I went to Florida for spring break, and I have not done anything since. I've just been sitting.
You haven't been doing anything?
Got canceled, so that blows.
Mm-hmm.
So now there's nothing to do, but
practice for that AP test, Ryan.
Oh yeah, those AP tests.
Those AP tests that are keeping me up at night.
Those are gonna be a fun time.
Carl,
hey,
what
boys,
are you doing?
can you hear me any better?
I hear kind of an echo. Oh wait, yeah, no, just keep doing that.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me better?
Yeah, just use your phone. That makes it sound way better.
Yeah. Okay, I'm using my phone.
Blake, I also haven't seen you because I don't have classes with you guys. I only have classes with.
No, dude.
Oh, Lucas. Speaking of which, were you on last Zoom? We talked about the paper.
Kind of. I was there for I got there a couple minutes late, but I was there for most of it. Why?
Okay, because I left right in the middle when he was trying to make groups.
I saw that. He said,
because I
yeah, I remember seeing because for some reason that day nobody decided to use the face cam thing, and I'm not gonna try to take credit for it because usually because I don't know why I wasn't in the mood to do the face cam, and then simultaneously everybody else wasn't in the mood to do face cam. But usually when I do use my face cam, everybody else uses face cam. But I was 10 minutes late, so I don't know what the deal was. I guess everybody was just on sync. Fuck that. We're done doing Zoom calls because that our English teacher does Zoom calls every single time, and he's the only one But it's better.
And
At
nobody
least he.
shows up.
at-
Nobody shows up.
At least, well, yeah. First of all, nobody should like half the class shows up, and I feel kind of bad because he's one of those people that you can tell is really
I know.
passionate about teaching. But also at the same time, like, who's opening that? Carl, what are you doing?
What? Who's opening something? Oh my god!
Carl, why do you have your camera off?
Here. Okay. For one, I'm putting pepperoni on a pizza.
It's so
Are you
light.
making your own pizza?
What?
You don't have like a Jack's pizza. You're like actually.
No, it's just. No, it's a tombstone. I'm just putting extra shit on it.
Oh,
Oh my, that's disgusting.
that's some.
You don't put fresh pepperoni on a frozen tombstone pizza.
This
Only
is-
idiots would do that.
This is some serious gourmet shit Carl's making.
Yeah,
Anyways.
Carl's going a little chaotic evil over here.
Carl is chaotic evil. Carl is actually neutral evil. I think we've all decided that. I think we've all decided that Carl is like neutral evil, and I am like chaotic neutral.
Yep.
Blake is like neutral good. And
I think so.
Ryan
Maybe a
is
little evil.
Ryan is lawful evil.
Yeah, that's true.
That's actually a pretty interesting. Like for some reason, when I think about that, we can like think about that in like a couple seconds. Like I don't know what it is.
Karl is like performing a strip dance in the background with a
Yeah.
Jack's pizza.
Yeah, old
I was
tombstone
going to
pizza.
bring this podcast down. It's
Yeah,
not
the
gonna make
views
it
are
to
going down.
The views are already going down. I don't know what the fuck has been happening.
Speaking of, Lucas,
what's that?
I have a big announcement for this podcast.
Okay.
But to hear this announcement that will be shared later, it's a big giveaway, a
Okay.
big prize, sponsored by the Blake Sack Foundation. So
Okay.
just wait on
So
that
the
one.
Blake, you heard here first, everybody. The Blake Zack Foundation is giving something away. You have to listen to the
A big-
entire
This
podcast.
entire
You know,
podcast.
the funny.
If you comment the word that he says,
Yep.
and you'll know
You'll
the
get
word when you hear it. If you comment,
if you comment the word first,
Yeah.
the first 10 people will get some sort of prize, but the first person will get the big prize.
and you have to like and also be subscribed to the channel.
subscribe.
You have to be following Blake Zack on Twitter, and you have to be
I don't have a Twitter, but yep.
or on Instagram, and you
Facebook,
also
yeah,
have to
Facebook.
have the bell notifications on, and you have to comment, and you have to write the word.
It's a big prize, though. So.
Yeah. All I
Lester,
know
did you
about this
build-
prize is I asked if it was an iPhone, and he said, "What do you think? I'm that poor?" Okay, but anyways, no, Ryan. I was literally, he's like, we're gonna go into breakout rooms, and I just see Ryan Lester left the com like, oh my god, dude!
Yeah,
I found out that they could make some teachers don't even like they could make you unmute your microphone, and you don't even have to click anything. Like one time, I don't remember if I was in choir.
Choir.
Yeah, and all of a sudden
Yeah,
I just
yeah.
laughed my ass off at something, and someone's like, someone just screamed. I'm like, why am I unmuted? What the hell happened?
Girl, I had a close call yesterday. I had a close call in Spanish 2 days ago, actually, because I was playing Madden at the same time. Camera off. I was playing Madden, and I had just answered a question for. So I just answered a question for the teacher. So I unmuted myself, and then I answered the question, and then I forgot to unmute myself, and I went back to playing Madden. And my receiver, who didn't catch a very open ball for a touchdown, like he dropped it. He dropped it, and I almost yelled like so many expletives. But like I was like, how do you? No, I was like, how do you not catch that? And because it was completely the teacher was just like, wait, did we just say something? And I'm like, oh, fuck.
Oh my god.
Dude, this, like, all this stuff, like, all the close calls that happen bring back one huge story that I have to tell you guys.
Okay.
One huge story. When I was in 7th grade, I'm not even going to say a name, right?
Okay.
When I was in 7th grade, I was 235 pounds.
Right.
Right.
And you
5'8",
passed out on the
230.
And you
What,
passed out
Karl?
on the track. You passed
I did
out on
not.
the
Yeah,
track.
I ran one lap around the track and I passed out. And tried to walk over and yell at me to get up. Oh, you got to bleep that out.
Yeah, I have to
But
bleep that out.
we can at least inform that this same gym teacher is the stereotypical middle school gym teacher, and he took a picture for our 8th grade yearbook when he was in the pool, shirtless.
The full picture.
Okay. Let's just say that he took a picture and he was, I can't hear Karl. He took a picture of him in a pool, like the school pool, and it was in the yearbook, and it got memed to death by not by me. I never used it. I'd like to say.
Dude, no, but in 7th grade, I was 235, soaking wet, just blowing up acne on the face. Not much better, but I have a attractive girlfriend now, nevertheless, right? But back then, I had a crush on a certain girl, right?
Okay.
And I was snapping said girl on the toilet, which we all do.
Right.
We all do it. Like, even if you don't want to admit it, you snap people on the toilet. It happens.
Everybody does it.
And back then, I snapped people on my iPad because,
Oh
cringy,
my
whatever.
god. Oh no! I already know where this is going.
I accidentally hit the video button, right?
Yeah. Oh, okay.
I was dropping a major dump.
Okay.
And it recorded, and I accidentally pressed send, right?
Oh no!
And it sent to the girl, but it failed. I swear, dude, if you don't believe in God, like, that's cool. But there was a God in that. There was a God in that.
Dude, I remember.
Unbelievable.
Oh, no, Blake. I remember one time I was Snapchatting Jake Wickern, and I sent him a picture of me without my shirt on, but I fucked up and sent it to Eva on accident. And then so I was like, oops. And I was like, that was meant for Jake Wickern. And she's like, okay. That must explain why she doesn't like me very much. What's up?
Do you guys have those people that, like, you have no reason to be awkward around, but something happened in the past where you just cannot talk to them anymore?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my God.
Yeah. Yes.
Karl has a lot of those people.
Listen, I've got only a certain amount of people on my shit list, but if they're there, it's for a reason. Like, here's the thing. There's this kid in my chemistry class that will go unnamed, and, like, the thing about it is, like, I've had zero problems with this kid. Absolutely none. Zero problems with this kid. For the entirety of that I've known him. I've never been close friends with him necessarily, but I've never been around him when he's been, like, a dick. So, anyway, for some reason, it all changed one day. So I went to lunch, like maybe a couple months ago now, and I went to a different table to talk to like a 9th grade kid from choir, from show choir. Actually, hey, look, I said the N-word.
The N-word? You said the N-word?
What?
I should title this episode "Karl Says the N-word" and see what happens.
You're gonna bleep out where I said the N-word.
No, I'm not. I'm not gonna title it that. Everybody knows you didn't say the N-word.
I meant to say the S word because I said show choir. So anyway, I wanted to talk to this 9th grader who's in show choir, not in my show choir, but the one below me. And I go and talk
The one
to
below me. Oh
him. That's funny. Anyway, so I talked to his name is Adam. I don't care if I say his name. So I talked to Adam.
Oh my God, Adam! I think listens to the podcast, so he's gonna be like, "Karl said my name." Shout out to Adam, by the way.
I can confirm that Adam does watch the podcast.
He came up to me and was like, Lucas, what's up? I'm like, yeah. I didn't even know who he was.
So I talked to Adam, and then I get a pat on the back from or somebody says Karl behind me, and I'm at the table. I look at the table, and it has 2 people at it. It has my ex-girlfriend's current boyfriend at it.
Okay.
Ex-girlfriend.
Yeah, wait a minute. Girlfriend, Karl.
This Blake, I'm not even gonna. That's not needed to even.
Oh, it is, because you don't have an ex-girlfriend.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I clearly recall you saying you didn't date her necessarily.
My ex thing.
Your ex
Wait,
thing.
hold on. First off, this scene needs narration. As Karl leans over his kitchen counter, cleavage hanging out, he talks about his ex-girlfriend. Keep going, sorry.
Listen, so her new boyfriend is sitting there, who I do not like very much, and apparently her new boyfriend's other guy friend. And the guy friend was the one I was talking about at the beginning, and he says, quite simply, he just says, "Karl, how gay are you?" And I'm not broken very easily. Like, if you've met me before, like I don't take something like that very harshly because I've been through so much more. And
I would disagree with that.
No, I'll vouch for Karl. I'll say this is true. We clown on Karl a lot. If Karl listens to the podcast, Blake, he's listened to all the times that we clown on him, and he loves being clowned on. And even when you seriously insult him, he's just like, you know what, fuck you. He doesn't even care.
That's true. That's a good point. Okay.
So yeah, obviously, if you get clowned on, it's not really that big of a deal. I mean, according to some people, it might be a big deal. Mm-hmm. But
I guess it was just the sincerity of he wasn't even trying to do anything besides just be a dick. He just says, "Karl, how gay are?" He just said, "Karl, how gay are you?" And I'm just standing there, and for the first time in a really long time, I legitimately don't know what to say because I'm not gay.
Right.
I'm not gay, but why would you ask that to somebody? Imagine if you. Now that's an okay question to ask, but when you say it "Are you gay?" He was obviously trying to be a dick about it. He wasn't actually trying to ask me. And I'm just thinking dude, do you have any idea how much that would have hurt somebody who's a lot more sensitive or some person that's actually really
that's the thing. If you don't know someone, you can't make a joke like that. He doesn't know you as well enough to make a joke about that.
And
yeah, that's fair.
Do you have any idea how much that one sentence could affect somebody's life?
Mm-hmm.
People have
exactly
their own life for much less than that, and just I walked away. I got 10 feet away. I just walked away, and
oh my god, it's so laggy.
Around, and I just.
Blake, is he lagging for you too?
Top of my lungs.
Can you hear
loud enough where at least 10 tables can hear it? I just go.
What did you?
Lucas.
I can't hear him at all. Oh my god, I think I might be the one who's lagging. I can't. No, everybody's frozen. Oh no. Alright, so right now I'm frozen. I can't see anybody. We got Blake, Zach. Oh, my Zoom crashed. Oh no. Oh no. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna pause. Alright, I got it back up. CenturyLink is killing me from beyond the grave.
Basically, I walk 10 tables away from the kid, and then I turn around just to maybe I don't shout super loud so the whole lunchroom can hear, but I shout to where maybe 5-6 tables around can hear. I just in that overall direction, I just go clown, and then I walk back to my.
You said clown?
Yeah, I said clown.
That's kind of.
You could have said a lot of different things there. That would have been better, dude.
Karl, before we continue, I'm gonna bleep this out.
No.
He said it was his friend.
No, it was it's Lucas, get ready to bleep. It was.
Oh, that kid?
Yeah, the kid that works.
Speaking of which, is, I would say, arguably the most high-functioning fast food restaurant. And the people
Stop saying the city name.
The people who work there are, they're
drug heads.
They leave much to be desired.
Okay, it's not as bad as Taco Bell, though. Not as bad as Taco Bell.
Dude, Taco Bell pays a fair wage, though, bro.
I know, but everybody who works there is on meth.
I know, it's crazy.
All right, but Blake, adding on what you were saying, or not Blake, well, I don't know if it was Blake or Karl, but or I guess it was Karl. I don't remember how we started talking about like bullying. But like, everybody who's on my shit list is someone who I don't really talk to that much. But then they decided that they clowned on me for no reason. Well, not like clowned on me, but like actually like, I don't know. They crossed the line, and it's not someone who I don't really talk to that much. So like, if I'm friends with someone, and if they do something that hurts my feelings, I'll go through the effort of trying to fix it. But if it's someone who's like, I'm not that close to, and then they're just gonna like do something bad to me for no reason, then it's like, okay, well, I don't like you anymore.
I don't know, man. Here's my philosophy. Ready?
Mm-hmm.
If you hate someone, pretend like you don't hate them in case they have money like Jeff Bezos in 20 years.
Oh, okay.
My
Because
philosophy is a bit different.
what is it?
My philosophy is that if you hate somebody / something, that somebody / something probably hates you too.
That's probably true. I think that
I think so.
I don't really hate all the people on my shit list. The people on my shit list, I'd say only one or two of actually, like two of them actually don't like me. Maybe three of them, but I don't know. Two of them definitely don't think they have done anything wrong. But I don't know. It's a long story that I can't talk about on the podcast. Anyways, Ryan, what's been up with you? What do you have to say?
Going back to the list, my list has been one person long for the past 4 years.
Oh, really? Do you want me to bleep it?
No, I'm not going to say it because
I think I know who it is, anyways.
you probably do.
Yeah.
But it's, yeah, there's been one person that just, we do not get along.
Oh, really?
So, Lucas, one thing that I've been wanting to ask you, right?
Mm-hmm.
So one night at like probably midnight or 1 a.m,
Uh-huh.
I get a Snapchat from Lucas Hansen, and it's a screenshot of Pokemon Sword, and he just goes, "I found this old lady with a penis for a nose."
I do not
How's
remember
that
this at all.
game?
Do not remember this at all.
What?
I don't remember doing that at all.
Yeah, it's that one old lady. You put it in the Bowl Cup Boys.
Oh, was
before...
it? Oh, yeah, because the Bowl Cup Boys, yeah, because I was playing Pokemon with those guys one night. Like, they were watching me play Pokemon, we were just clowning on the game.
Yeah.
So it was like the gym leader old lady?
Yeah.
Okay.
How far are you in that game?
I finished it like a while ago. I finished it when I was on vacation.
Good stuff.
It was okay. I didn't like how they handled the end of that game, but, you know, whatever.
Yeah, it was kind of stupid.
Like, I thought the Elite Four was too easy, but the final trainer was too hard. But I feel like you didn't have to fight them all in a row. So I felt like he just like there's one Pokemon that he had that just clowned on everybody I had, and it was just like, oh cool, he one-shot 4 people in a row. I guess I'll just use revives and cheese the fight. I don't know. It just like it kind of stuff like that. It just is like when you have like a game like that has a story, you kind of don't want to like have to redo stuff over and over again because it kills the momentum of the game.
Like,
but
it's not realistic.
But at the same time, you don't want to just blaze through the game because then you don't really care and it's too easy. So that's why games and stories were like, I don't know, certain games. I don't know. I don't really know a way to describe it. I guess Pokemon is a good example because the champion never uses any revives, but then I used like 10, and I revived all my Pokemon during the fight because you can, but it just seems like a cheap move, but you pretty much have to, unless you want to waste time grinding to make sure all of your Pokemon are higher level, or that you know all of his type disadvantages.
Yeah, that's true.
I don't know.
Well, in big news, school is obviously canceled for the rest of the school year. What are the opinions on that?
I don't know, man. I feel bad for
I cannot believe.
Karl's got an opinion.
Here we go.
that school was canceled for the rest of the year because somebody wrote "spicy pussy" on the side of the
Oh
school.
my god.
Go back to 2019.
I don't get why that. Huh?
So when like January 2nd of last year, somebody went to like the side wall of the high school and
Yeah.
wrote "spicy pussy" on it.
Well, I mean, yeah, that's true. They wrote those two words. They didn't write "spicy pussy," but like that, I don't understand why that has to connect to the.
Yeah, what is that? They did not cancel school for that.
Well, I'm pretty sure whoever wrote that is in with like these big evil people, right? The evil people of the world.
Carl,
Like,
Carl,
people that write "spicy pussy" on the side of the high
Carl.
school.
Shut up.
They're all
Carl, can I tell you something? Can I tell you who you remind me of every day I see you? Carl and I, obviously, for those of you who don't know, work at the same place. And right now, Carl especially reminds me of a time when I walked outside during the summer, and I saw him sitting in his car before a shift, and this is what he looked like. This is from Ferris Bueller.
Is
Yeah,
that Cameron? Cameron from Ferris
Yeah.
Bueller?
That's what Carl reminds me of every time I see him.
Should I name this podcast episode "Carl Warner's Day Off"?
Yes.
Yeah.
I should put. I'll put that picture up while or I'll put that picture up on the podcast.
And then, like,
hopefully.
In parentheses, be like Blake Sack's big announcement or like big huge giveaway.
Oh, we've already clickbaited a title with a big announcement. Dude, I'm so excited
That's
to
true.
see what the giveaway word is and what you win.
Oh yeah, the giveaway. You know, we're getting closer.
What's the discount code?
The discount code is
Type in Blake on.
the discount code is
www.
Blake. But no, anyways, Ryan, I feel bad for the seniors. Actually, well, I feel bad for the seniors that care.
Yeah.
Like the seniors that are involved in like for example, my tennis captain, he's been so passionate about this for years. Like he's been playing tennis forever, and I just feel because he's such a leader, and I feel bad that he like this opportunity like.
Hey, boys.
Hmm.
Boys.
Okay,
What?
just interrupt me in the middle of my thing I was saying. Whatever, Carl.
What's your favorite Spider-Man quote?
Carl, shut up.
Spider-Man quote.
Oh, Carl, is it pizza time?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I just fucked up his joke.
Yeah.
All right. Anyways, damn it, Carl. I was just in the middle of like an actual thing to talk about.
Well, yeah, Lucas, I get what you're talking about because, like, if this had happened, say during the winter when it was swimming and diving season, like that would suck because my senior year, I'm hoping, maybe that big things happen that I go to state and whatnot, and it's to say that can't happen this year. That really would not make me very happy.
Yeah, like if I wouldn't have been able to do like so much opportunities that you get only senior year.
Yeah,
In the
that's
school.
true.
Like for example, this is actually a perfect segue. I don't remember if I talked about this on the podcast or not, but I'll talk about it again because I know that whoever's listening to this definitely hasn't listened to every episode. So if you're listening to this story twice, I don't even think I have told the story. Okay, so where I went to elementary school, there was always preschool through 5th grade, right? And so every year on the second to last day of school there would be field day, and the last thing that we would do after all the activities were over would be the teachers would verse the 5th grade class in an egg race, like one of those eggs on a spoon race, and it was just something to look forward to every year. So when I got to 5th grade, the year I was in 5th grade was the first year they added a 6th grade to where I went. And so I always was concerned, what are they doing for field day? And they did 6th grade. So then I was like, why? Like, I mean, I understand I could go here another year, but like, why did you let the 5th graders do it last year then? Then you know they're just going to do it twice. That's so stupid. Because the 5th graders could have gone there another year, but they don't want to. So just kind of, that was one of the most mad I've ever been. And obviously, like, it's not, as much. Like, that's just like what, like on a multiple level, it feels like it would feel like for me to be a senior and just get cucked of all these like things to do. Like I know you can do. There was already a chance for prom and shit like that, but like still.
Well, you wouldn't have gotten to prom.
I'm not talking about me. I'm talking about the seniors. I didn't care that prom got canceled because I wasn't gonna go. I didn't have a date.
You know what the thing is, though, man? Like, the really sad part is it sucks that we're losing a year. And I feel so bad for the seniors, right? Like, that's awful. But you also have to look at the fact that there's hundreds of thousands of families that have like never thought that they'd ever have to go on welfare or stand in bread lines or anything like that.
Right.
And they have to now. You know what I mean? So we also have to be sensitive, like, about what we post and what we consider the worst thing in the world, because that could be something that's nothing to another. You know what I mean? So it's
I know about that.
Weird time.
Mm-hmm. It's just the thing that's more like close to what is personal to us. Like I don't know. Yeah, I understand what you're talking about. We're more talking about like obviously in the grand scheme of things, there are more things to be complaining about this whole incident.
Lucas, you cut out. You good?
It looks good, Karl.
Oh, my phone could hear me, so that doesn't matter. It only matters when you guys cut out.
I completely agree. We just don't know what they're going through because we're not seniors. We don't know what it's like.
For sure. Yeah.
Right.
It's like anybody can say that.
You're such a mom right now, Karl.
Karl is doing a podcast while cutting a pizza.
Yeah.
Why are you so pissed off that you guys didn't win your last show choir competition of the year this year? And I'm just
it always comes back to show choir.
It always comes back.
It's just a show choir competition you'll have next year, and as long as you guys had fun, and didn't you guys win best vocals, and didn't you guys do really? You still beat 14 groups. No, it personally bothers me that we didn't win. That's why I'm releasing a documentary on that.
Oh my God, Karl!
For so long. Oh my God.
That's what the documentary is going to be. It's coming out May 21st, 2021.
Why that date? Why? What documentary do you want to make, Blake? I think that's what you said. I couldn't hear you. Cut out.
I want to make a documentary about you called The Last Dance. Like, the Michael Jordan one right now.
I love that documentary.
It's going to be based off your journey into the top show.
Be a part of.
Say that again, Blake, because I couldn't hear you the first time.
For 1 year.
Oh my God. Why is my internet so bad? Oh my God, it crashed again. Remember a couple episodes ago when I was like, guys, I got rid of CenturyLink. Oh, it's going to be so nice. And now it's like, oh, no, we're not even going to fucking work. It's so stupid. Hold on. Let me see if I can get back up. We got to type in the password again. Never mind. I'm going to pause it. All right, we're back for the 90 billionth time trying to do this dumbass. Oh, my God. So stupid. All right, what were we talking about?
Lester, what were you going to say, dude?
Yeah, so I told Blake while we were on lunch. All right, so obviously in quarantine, it's kind of a struggle to stay busy.
Mm-hmm.
So I've kind of just been, doing my laundry way more than it probably needs to be done.
You mentioning that is going to piss off my mom because she's going to be like, oh, Lucas doesn't do laundry.
But anyway, I was going to pose the question, how long is like an acceptable length to go between washing your sheets?
My sheets?
Yeah, like your bed sheets.
Don't ask me, man. I don't really handle that stuff. First of all, I don't sleep on my sheets. I have a blanket that I lay over my sheets. So my time limit is longer than most time limits. I probably should wash my sheets more often than I do. But I don't know.
It's like this morning, like, I woke up at 6, and I'm like, I don't have anything to do till 11. And I fell back asleep, and when I woke up, I was just, like, wet, because I was so sweaty.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, so what is the unspoken rules of washing your sheets?
I got it.
What's that?
Good. You ready for this?
Mm-hmm.
I think a normal person, probably 3 weeks. But if you're Karl, who every single night,
Okay.
you might have a bigger issue.
I might bleep that out.
God, you're so funny. You're so funny.
I'm sorry, Karl. I love you.
Dude, Blake, why do you sound so good now? Your sound quality is so much better.
Mine is?
Yeah, your sound quality is so much better than Ryan's and Carl's.
I have headphones in.
Oh, okay. Well, Karl clearly doesn't even care about the podcast because he's like watching like TV.
Wrestling.
There was one that he was on where he just left.
No, I'm paying attention now.
Okay.
Bro, I'm paying attention.
Okay, calm down, Karl. Okay, so anyways, what was I gonna say? We have I don't remember what I was gonna say. What do you guys think?
What?
Like every time I would do one of these podcasts, right? That we're in quarantine. Yeah. Ever since episode like 24, I think. So this is the 6th one that we've done, right? Yeah, 6. When we're on Zoom, the sound quality sucks ass, but it's like we kind of have to do it. And every time I say something along the lines of like I'm staying inside, you guys should stay inside, because you kind of have to. That's kind of what the general consensus is to do. But every time I say that, everybody else on the podcast is like, yeah, that's so right. Oh, we're going to go to Chick-fil-A. We're going to go hang out or do something like that. I'm like, what the fuck? You're saying the opposite of what I just said. So like, what have you guys, have you guys been like actually staying inside, or what have you guys been doing? Or like,
I mean, Karl, you go first.
Oh, okay. Let's see. I have been staying inside.
Mm-hmm.
Like, the only time I ever leave my house is to go to work.
Mm-hmm.
And I went to a doctor's appointment the other day, but besides that, and one time I went with my mom on Easter Monday, but besides that, we went to town, but I got...
Yeah, Karl, I had to bleep like 3 different things in that one sentence.
Yeah, because then it makes it seem, oh my God, I just screwed that whole sentence up dramatically to a level that I cannot recover. So anyway, yeah, I haven't been leaving my house unless it's essential, like everybody should.
Yeah. Blake,
I guess the one question that sorry, go ahead, man.
No, you go first.
I guess the one question that I would ask you guys is, what is the overall intention and goal of social distancing? Like, what is the overall goal we're achieving?
Like, why are we doing it?
Yeah.
The whole point is that you don't know, like, symptoms don't show up for, like, 2 weeks. So you don't know if you have it. So, like, if you...
But...
Like, are you asking, like, why we have, like, the 6 feet apart rule? Like, why is that a thing?
No. Like, what's the overall, like, with stay-at-home orders and all this stuff that I think is necessary, but, like, what's the end game here?
That is a good point. I guess the whole point is to like, stop the spread enough to where we can reopen stuff and have it not be a problem. Because... I don't know. Like, let's say like right as we were about to leave spring break, there was someone in our town hospital that had the virus, right? We don't know if that could have transferred to some sort of doctor or some sort of person in the hospital that's relatives with a student at the school who could have then given it to everybody at the school, who could have then therefore given it to everyone in town. So that's kind of why we got to do that. But like... I don't know, because I don't know how long that takes to find like the vaccine for or whatever, or like not the vaccine, but like the cure.
Yeah,
I guess it is kind of a vaccine, but like
I was thinking the other day about when we started all of this. Like, I think it was 2 days before spring break when it started being talked about as a serious thing.
Yeah,
And
the
and we
NBA
know it.
Yeah, that on like the
NBA.
Wednesday. Yeah, that's
And we
when
know
it
it.
started
Sorry.
feeling.
Oh my God, Carl.
My bad. Go ahead, Karl.
No, I think the moment when it hit me is that the moment when the NBA season was because that was the first league to go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But what I've been thinking about a lot recently is like when it started out, the whole idea of this was we're going to slow the spread enough to where we don't overwhelm the hospitals.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like our intentionality with all of COVID has changed. I feel like now we kind of have a thought process where we're going to stay home until no one dies. And I certainly don't want anyone to die. I think that's the last thing anyone wants.
Uh-huh.
But I just don't know if it's realistic. You know what I mean? I don't know
Right.
if, because like I heard a really interesting stat that every time the unemployment, I think it was from like the the Business Bureau or something like that. I don't know. You can look it up, but that every time unemployment goes up 1 percentage point, drug overdose goes up 3%. And that's not drug overdose like in poor areas. That's drug overdose with opioids in rich areas and suburban areas. And then suicide goes up almost 1%. So there's a lot of stuff to be weighed. You know what I mean?
You mean like unemployment or like employment?
Every time unemployment goes up.
Oh,
so like,
unemployment
it
goes
was at
up. Okay.
3.
I think you said employment.
So it was
up.
at like 3%.
Okay.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah. So I mean, yeah, that's kind of a thing that we have to. That's like, I think it's very obvious. Like from what I can hear you saying is that you're concerned about like the economy and how that's gonna get fucked over.
More so. I don't know if it's necessarily the economy. I'm more so concerned about the people that
like
will be affected by the aftermath.
Well, yeah,
you know what I mean.
And also like another thing to consider is some people like they need to have social interaction for like their mental health too. So that's kind of
exactly.
But it's also like, is it selfish to say that they want things to open right away, or is it not selfish because like it's some people medically can't, but some people mentally can't. So it's like, I don't know.
I think all of us probably can agree that the protesting was dumb as shit.
Oh, that's stupid as all hell. People who do that don't.
That was dumb.
That's like you see those videos on Facebook of like the woman who's not on Facebook. I don't want to sound cringe, but like on Twitter of like that one woman who's in the car and like all like the doctors are like on the crosswalks trying to stop them, and the lady is like, if you want communism, go to China. It's like, what does that even mean? Shut the fuck up.
Yeah, what are you saying?
Let me go to work. And then it's like, what? Like, that's the new cringe, like the new cringy group of people. And obviously there's those people obviously there are those like people on the interviewers who are doing those like the kids who are on like the shore. Not on the shore, the beach on Florida. They're like, yeah, we don't care. We just want to.
Major Brad, yeah.
But it's like those people like aren't equipped. Like they're not smart enough to do an interview like that. So they're kind of just like highlighting the dumb people. Like I bet there are people that have logical reasons. Well, actually, probably not. But like there are people that there are people that have logical reasons why they would want to break the thing. But I feel like at this point, most of the people that don't have an excuse like that. I feel like there's a lot of people that do have an excuse like that don't break the rules. You know what I'm saying?
I think it's important to also remember that all media, not just left or right or whatever you want to call it, like any media or any business, because it's a business, they're going to interview the people that are the most interesting. Yeah. So like they're not interviewing normal people who stay in their car, drive up and drop off a letter to the governor. They're interviewing Crazy Joe who has a AR-15 and is like, give me my job back, liberty or death. Yeah, you know what I mean? Like that's who they're interviewing. So
Blake, good news.
What's up?
The Vikings drafted a 6'6", 311-pound offensive lineman.
Thank God.
And Antoine Winfield finally got drafted
by the Buccaneers. I saw.
Yeah.
Gonna play with Tom Brady. That's wonderful. He deserves it.
Oh my God! I just realized that. Holy shit!
Yeah, and Gronk.
Yeah, I was gonna say, didn't Gronk go over there too?
Yeah.
Dude, what the fuck happened to the Patriots, man? They're just like, fuck, we lost.
Both of them are good to Tampa Bay, dude.
Everybody was tired of Belichick's shit. That's what happened.
Yeah, Belichick is a sketchy guy, I think. I don't know.
Is it the coach? Or like the...
Yep.
Okay. I don't know dick about football. I'm just kind of...
He's the biggest villain in the NFL, even more than Antonio Brown.
Oh, even more than Antonio Brown?
Yeah.
Is he a bigger villain than Adrian Peterson was?
Yes.
No, he was
Okay,
not.
I don't understand that. I don't understand that, how people are like, you know, Adrian Peterson impregnated a ton of women, left them, didn't pay child support, beat his kids, but he's a great football player. Like, how does that justify anything? I don't get it.
I mean,
you know?
that is true. Like, he's probably a good football player, but, like, you can't just say, like, I like him because he's a great football player. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
No, I'm not comparing their personal lives. I'm saying that what they've done for football, Belichick is a bigger villain.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Okay, that makes more sense.
If Adrian Peterson brought a knife with him every time he ran the ball and stabbed every person that went to tackle him, but like,
Yeah.
That's
What
such a
he
weird
what
analogy,
Adrian Peterson
Carl.
did doesn't affect the sport as much as whatever his name was, Belichick.
Yeah.
I feel like I'd be like the worst. I hope like I have like an understanding father-in-law. Because I feel like
Yeah.
I like
Oh,
the
God.
fact that I know nothing about sports, I like it's just like, oh, that's not like any good for me. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean?
What are your hobbies? Well, I have a podcast.
Yeah, I have a
love
podcast.
Pokemon.
Okay.
I took 2 drawing classes in high school.
Okay, I didn't take 2 drawing classes in high school. Also, that's not. I don't think anybody would
There's
be
nothing
that.
wrong with drawing.
Carl, drawing is not as bad as show choir for like a stereotypic like. Yeah,
Yeah.
my son-in-law has to like sports or like hunting and shit like
Well,
that.
here's the thing, Lucas. Even though I'm in show choir, I'm also a big sports guy.
That's true.
Thank you for announcing that, Carl. I really appreciate it.
I don't remember if I talked. I don't know if I talked about it on the podcast, but when after Ellie DeWitt and Danny Rowan were on the podcast, they were trying to drive home and they like got stuck in the snowbank outside of my house. That was on the JP and Chantal podcast. We'll talk about the very end. But her dad came and helped with like to get it out, and her brother. I had never talked to her brother before. I don't really know Ellie that well, but she was it was me and him outside while Danny and Ellie were in the truck, and my dad was like doing something. Their dad was doing something, so it was just me and him. And he goes, "Do you like hunting?" And I was like, "Nah, well, not exactly." Like that's the first thing he said to me. Was, "Do you hunt?" And I'm like, "No, not really." Karl hunts though. Karl, you should have been there. You love hunting, right?
Oh, ha ha ha! Very funny. Ha, ha.
Lucas, I think I'm ready to make a big announcement.
Okay, what's the big announcements?
All right, there will be 3 prizes in this giveaway. Ready?
Okay.
The first prize is a date with Carl Warner.
Okay.
The second prize is a $10 gift card to Subway.
Okay.
And the third prize is you can take Carl on a second date, which means you're one closer to the third date, and you know what the third date means.
I don't know. I think that a lot of people are just praying they get that second place.
That second place?
How about this?
Carl.
How about this? If the first prize goes to what's the code, Blake? What's the code they have to type in the comments?
The code you have to type in the comments is Jamaica.
Okay, so if you type Jamaica in the comments, you can I will like you the first person to do it gets the $10 gift card. Or actually, you can choose the first come first serve. You can choose between the $10 gift card, a date with Karl, or Blake Zach has to say one like paragraph of nice things about you.
Oh, of course. I'll do that to anyone, dude.
Okay.
How about this? Anyone who subscribes, I will send a nice paragraph to.
Okay, that's good. That's a lot of people, Blake. Do you think you could send 130 paragraphs?
No, I mean anyone from this video on.
Oh, okay.
Subscribes.
Okay, yeah. You can't
I'll send
unsubscribe
a
and
really
subscribe
nice
again. That doesn't count. You have to be a new viewer.
It does not count. Yep.
Okay, so I'm going to be honest. I have no idea how far into this podcast we are because it says 38 minutes, but we've stopped twice. So I don't know how long the first 2 recordings are. So let's just assume that there was like 10 minutes on each of them. So we're about an hour in. So I think that you guys know what it's time for. It's time for me to read from an old classic.
I was just going to ask you for that.
We're going to read from Harry Potter and the Book of Thieves. So a little bit of a recap on the last one. So Karl, on episode 23, which is Karl's last appearance, me, Marcus, and Benny T were talking about Karl's, like, his origins and how, like, he was kind of cringe in middle school.
What the fuck?
And Karl
I
was...
thought you were going to say
Orgies? No, I was not going to say orgies. Karl's really cringe in middle school, right? Like, Karl, not really cringe, he was just a villain. He was, like, the biggest villain in the school. Because he wasn't as low-key about how much of a dick he is now. Like, not trying to shit on you or anything, Karl, but, like you will shit on everybody. But at that time, you just shit on everybody in the full open.
Somebody bought a poster. I can't remember who it was. And Karl, like, ripped it in half.
I know exactly who it is.
Okay.
And then the kid went into his mom's room who taught, oh God, that was a bad one, who taught at that school, and like his mom had to pay the kid to go get another poster. It was the saddest thing I'd ever seen.
But I liked it was a Minecraft poster.
Wait, Karl, that's a completely different story from where I thought you were going with that, Blake. Karl, you know what I was thinking.
No, so I like. Oh shit. So I liked the poster too. So I actually got to keep the semi. It was like a 2-inch rip. Like,
oh, you got to keep it.
I got to keep the ripped one, and he got the new one. So literally,
hear that? Do bad things. Get good.
like go find some millionaire that has like a diamond. Just like fucking put a tiny dent in it. That way you get.
You heard it here first, folks. Lessons on the Be Quiet podcast. If you break something, your parents will pay for it, and then you can get away scot-free. Shout out to my brother Henry. Okay. Anyways, okay. So we talked about out of nowhere, I pulled out a book that Karl wrote in 7th grade. It was called Harry Potter and the Book of Thieves. And so Harry Potter and the Book of Thieves is going to be every time Karl's on. Until, well, probably just the next time, this time, and the time before this, we'll be reading this book. So, what happened in this, it's a Harry Potter fan fiction that he wrote, and I kept it for 4 years in my drawer. And so basically what's happening is, this is after Harry Potter and Deathly Hallows. This is after, like, Harry is married to Ginny, I think, and Ron is married to Hermione. And now I think the plot is that Luna Lovegood and Neville Longbottom are going to get married, right? I don't remember exactly what was going on. Who got robbed, Karl?
I think it was Ron and Hermione. No. It was.
No. No. Okay, so what happened was, yeah, Luna Lovegood and Neville Longbottom got robbed, and they sent a howler for some reason to Ron and Hermione asking if they could stay there. And then Hermione sent a letter back, and that was the end. Okay, so here we are. Chapter 3, Diagon Alley. Okay, ready? I'm going to read this. Forgot the indent. By the end of the month, you forgot the comma, Luna and Neville weren't the only people with houses that were robbed. Nearly 40 houses had been robbed since Luna and Neville. Really? By this time, the Hogwarts supply lists had come out, and the Potters and the Weasleys, parentheses, leaving Luna and Neville to watch over their house, had picked a date when to go to Diagon Alley with their families to shop for their youngest children. Oh my God, I can't even. I'm not gonna say the grammatical errors anymore unless they're funny, because, I mean, it was 7th grade. I'll be nice to you, Karl. Do you think those people are going to rob us while we're gone, Dad? Asked James. Probably not. They had reached their first shop, Madame Malkin's. Oh, shit. I fucked it up. Probably not. It doesn't say who said it. I'm assuming it was Harry, because that's James's dad. They'd reached their first shop, Madame Malkin's. They went inside for the madam to help them. This is where I met Draco Malfoy, Evensko. Then the shop was filled with black smoke as people in dark robes appeared from the floor. Then a massive black hole-looking circle was revealed. The men were throwing almost everything from the store into the hole. Then, one by one, the men started to jump back in themselves. Harry had finally managed to get to his feet. Ginny, protect the kids. After they're already gone, I guess. Then Harry was reaching for his wand. The final man in the store was starting to run towards the hole when Harry shouted, Expelliarmus! He had hit the man with a spell and was now trying to pin him to the ground. This man was putting up quite the fight as well, too. They were wrestling on the tile floor when they both fell in the black hole. Oh, shit. No. Karl, this next chapter is titled The Society.
My God.
We're living in a society. You know what? I'm going to take a break from reading that. I'm going to send Blake a picture of this chapter so he can read it. Because last time we had Marcus read it. So Blake, I'll send you a picture of chapter 4. Yeah. I'll send it to you. Or I'll send it to
over SMS.
I'll send it to the group.
Shut up, Karl. Okay.
Karl, the thing is, that would have made more sense for me to send it over SMS. Okay, ready? 3, 2, 1. Oh wait, do you have it yet? Do you have the? Okay.
I do.
So what do you guys think of that chapter? What do you think is going to happen?
Is it just 2 pages?
Yep, that's chapter 4. So, yeah.
What do I think is going to happen?
Yeah, what do you think is going to happen?
I think that this author clearly is better than the original Harry Potter author.
J.K. Rowling?
And she knows. Yeah, I think. Well, is this author, this new one, a girl or a guy? I think it's a girl.
I don't remember. Yeah. The thing is, Blake, is that
the way it's written, it's probably written by a woman.
Yeah, here's the thing. There was actually an 8th Harry Potter book written, and it was a play that took place after, and it was so ass.
Oh, really?
It was so ass. But I honestly am more enthralled in what's happening in this story than I was in that story. All right, Blake, have you gotten both the texts?
I have received the holy text. I'm ready.
Okay, are you ready to read? Yeah. Okay.
I am 100% ready.
You can start whenever you want. Chapter
4. The Society. With 3... Looks like there's 3 lines under the S.
Oh, yeah. I forgot to tell the part of the story. Me, Abby, Brooke, Eva, a bunch of people, I think J.F., Brady, a bunch of people in 7th grade. We went through and I didn't read it, but we fixed the grammar in a lot of these sections.
Oh, there we go.
So we also wrote reviews in the end, and they were very harsh. Because like I said, Karl was a villain, so we're not bullying him. He was a villain.
No, back then it was okay.
Okay.
All right, Karl, you ready, buddy?
Karl,
Chapter 4, The Society.
Wait, Karl, can I ask you this? Do you remember this book at all? Do you remember what happens? All right, I'm going to take that as a no. or I'm going to take that as a... well, actually, Blake heard me, so I don't know. Where's Ryan?
Yeah, where did...
Boys, I'm here. Boys. I'm muted myself. I went to the bathroom, so...
Where is Ryan? Is he in the call? He's here. He's just not... All right, whatever. Okay. Yeah, Blake, you can go.
Chapter 4, The Society. Harry opened his eyes to find himself in a gray room, with about 20 men looking at him, and about 10 wands pointing at him.
Okay, so wait, Blake, let me pause you right there. Karl, did Harry Potter get teleported to Ram Ranch?
Out of context, like, this sounds so bad. Like,
wait, hold on.
They got their 10 wands out there staring at him.
Harry opened his eyes to find himself in a gray room with about 20 men looking at him and about 10 wands pointing at him.
And about 7 showers.
Dude, how many... how many times do you use the word him? Like, you're so repetitive.
7th grade. Bro, 7th grade.
Unbelievable. I'm going to have to start this over again.
Okay.
Because I was distracted.
God. Oh my God.
Chapter 4, The Society. Harry opened his eyes to find himself in a gray room with about 20 men looking at him and about 10 wands pointing at him. Harry got to his feet and looked around. This wasn't just any gray room. It was a word pronunciation check. Gringotts luxury seized vault.
Sized.
Stacked floor.
Okay, that word isn't a Harry Potter word. Sized.
Oh boy. Oh, I'm minorly readingly challenged. That's good grammar there too. Sized vault stacked floor to ceiling with jewels, furniture, antiques, and silver sickles to last 10 families of 5 their lives. Dude, this sounds like Harry woke up and there were like 10 men and they were like, "Hey Harry, you want enough money for the rest of your and 5 other families' lives?"
Yeah.
10 throbbing wands. You know what I mean? That's what I'm getting here.
Yeah.
One of the men spoke. So what do you think of our treasure room?
Oh, so is that what they're calling it? The treasure room? Carl, you should have just taken out the TR and put PL, you know what I'm saying? So what do you think of our pleasure room?
Oh my God. Dude, this is...
What if Karl actually wrote like a rated M fan fiction where Harry Potter gets gangbanged in the scene?
Oh my... Oh.
Alright, Blake, continue.
"Where did you get this stuff?" asked Harry. It was only then when Harry saw who the man was. It was Teddy Lupin?
Lupin.
Harry's godchild. Harry had a godchild? Or is this like from the fanfiction?
He did. No, he did.
Yeah, it was
No.
in book
He definitely
3, the Defense Against the Dark Arts teacher, it was his kid, I think.
Oh, okay. "Harry, we are the people who have been behind the robberies of late." The robberies of late?
Like, why the fuck would you say that?
Also, like, what if Harry Potter was like, there have been robberies? Like, it's just like a general consensus that people have been getting robbed. Also, people get robbed all the time. Could you imagine if someone came up to you, Karl, and was like, "We're behind all the robberies of late," and then you're just like, "Which ones?" Oh God. Is he lagging for everybody, just me?
You could hear it and then it just stopped.
What if you lived in, like, near me?
Huh? Alright, never mind. Blake, just continue.
I'm gonna start again. I just hiccuped really loud.
No. One more thing. Like, imagine if you lived in, like, town Chicago and somebody came up to you and was like, "Yeah, we've been involved in all the robberies and like."
It's like the Batman meme, like, you have no idea how little that narrows it down.
The best line in this though is, "So what do you think of our treasure room?"
Yeah.
Best line in the book.
I want to make like a meme. You know those memes where it's like the Skyrim entrance where it's like, "Hey you're finally awake." I want to make one where it's you wake up and Teddy Lupin's like, "So what do you think of our treasure room?"
Harry. Okay. I'm gonna start from Harry. "Harry, we are the people who have been behind the robberies of late." "How?" I'm afraid I can't tell you that right this moment." What? "I'm afraid I can't tell you that." Oh, I read it. Oh my
I like how he says
God.
"how" too. It's like you just saw him teleport. You just saw him rob an entire store and steal everything in it with ease to the room, the treasure room. And now it's like... So first of all, Neville and Luna Love get robbed, right? And then they can't live in their house anymore, so they have to live with Hermione. And now they... Okay, whatever. Never mind. Just continue.
No, my biggest hope of this is that no English teachers are listening, because they'll be I have the reading capabilities of a 4th grader.
Well, you're reading.
All right.
Whatever.
"Harry, we have now changed our schedule. Tonight we are planning to rob the Weasleys." Why would he tell him that? "Hey, Harry, we're going to rob the Weasleys."
Harry, you're robbing your best friends tonight, bitch.
Don't tell anybody. We need full confidentiality here.
Why is he telling him his plan?
Yeah, I don't understand.
Where are they going with this? Are they just gonna rob everyone until?
Yeah, what are they trying to do? Sell it? Now they just told Harry Potter their whole master plan. So Harry Potter, if he ever gets out of the treasure room, he's gonna be like, "Yeah, it was Teddy Lupin. I know who it was."
The thing is, though, Lucas, that you don't understand. Once you're in the treasure room, it's so incredibly hard to get out. It's so hard in the treasure room.
All right, Karl, continue, or Blake, continue.
But it turns out that we would rather take advantage of this situation and offer you a deal. Now they're offering Harry a deal. Okay. Tonight we plan to kidnap the Minister of Magic, Percy Weasley.
Ooh, that's a plot twist. Percy Weasley is the Minister of Magic.
You will help us complete our goal, or you shall watch as we not only burglarize your house, but we will burn it to the ground with your family trapped inside. Jesus Christ!
This is a 7th grader writing a book about this. Oh my god! Never has a story about an entire family being burnt to death been so funny.
No, I just like. It's like, welcome to the treasure room, and then 5 lines later, it's like, we're gonna burn the house with your whole family inside.
What the fuck?
Okay, ready?
Mm-hmm.
All right. If you complete your task, we will erase your memory of this night and send you back thinking that you fell into a changing room at Madame Malkin's. Do you understand? Harry understood. It just says in quotations, do you understand? Harry understood. That's horrible writing. Oh my god. Oh, that's a hiccup. How do you stop hiccups? This is disgusting.
You hold your breath. Oh, Blake, how about this? If you hiccup one more time, I'll give you $10.
Sounds good.
Okay.
I'm hoping I do. Oh, I can't now.
Exactly.
That's the whole point.
Oh my god, that's unbelievable. Okay.
One time, I'm going to tell a side story. One time in 9th grade, Mackenzie Jorgensen had the hiccups. And so we were in the middle of English, and we had a sub, and and so she had the hiccups, and I was like, and I scared her. and the fucking teacher was so mad, and I'm like, I was trying to cure the hiccups, and they're like, I don't care, you just fucking screamed in the middle of class. Alright, anyways.
Tonight would be the most important time of his life for his family. Not only his family. He didn't care if they killed him after he completed the task. He just wanted his family to be safe. I mean, we find out that Harry's a really good guy here.
Yeah.
You know?
It really is a character. It really is. Holy shit. Okay, so I just flipped the pages. The next 2 chapters are each 1 page long.
Oh my god.
Except for, actually, chapter 6 is 2 pages long. So about this, we'll read chapter 5, and then we'll call it a deal. How about this, Ryan? Do you want to read chapter 5?
Yeah.
Okay, here, I'll send it to you. Okay, yeah, we really learn a lot about Harry's character in this scene, actually.
He's a pretty decent chap, other than the writing where it was like, we won't do anything if you don't do this, and then instead of giving Harry dialogue, it's like, he agreed.
Yeah, could you imagine if... it was a really good way of wordless storytelling, you know what I'm saying? Like... the thing that I liked about it was, or the thing that I liked is that you didn't go the route of Harry Potter making a, he was struggling to make the decision, like it was obvious, like of whether or not he should kill his family or kidnap the Minister of Magic. I just love how he's so unfazed by, he's like, we'll burn your whole family to the ground, and it doesn't talk about that at all after. It's just like, okay. I mean, Harry Potter's come back from death twice. So, like, him being teleported to a room, you know, he's kind of like, whatever. You know, he's turned into another person. He's watched people die in front of him. He's he's gone through a lot, you know.
What's the, I gotta tell you a story about Karl and Harry Potter before we continue. What's the ginger girl in this whole Hermione?
Ginny.
Ginny? Isn't Hermione like ginger too?
Hermione has brown hair. She's like the main female character.
Oh.
But Ginny is like Ron's sister that Harry Potter marries. Spoiler alert.
Okay, so this girl started working at last summer.
Yeah,
and Karl.
No, I called her Hermione.
Karl walks up to her and goes, "You look like Hermione."
Oh my god.
Like just straight up out of nowhere. Unbelievable.
Unbelievable.
Karl, you have such a way with words. All right, Ryan, you ready?
Yep, 1 minute. I just gotta pull it up.
Okay.
All right, I'm ready.
All right, go.
I'm afraid I can't tell you that right this moment, Harry. We have now changed our schedule. Tonight.
No, that's the end. That's halfway through chapter 4. It's the big thing that just says chapter 5.
Okay.
Ryan, did you even listen to chapter 4?
Yeah, what are you doing?
No, I did, and I realized when he said we're planning to rob the Weasleys, I'm like, we already read this. Okay, chapter 5, the minister's office. Mind you, the title to the chapter is not capitalized.
Right. None of them have been capitalized. That's.
All right. Harry and about 12 of the 20 men each stood around where, I don't know what that says.
Harry, but it's lowercase h.
Harry thought the black hole to bring them out of here would be. Lucas, I can't read the edge of this.
Okay, I'll read the. Whenever it gets to the edge, I'll read. Okay, and
right.
Sure.
Enough. 5 minutes later, 2 men approached the circle of men.
And they.
Each were carrying something. The first man was carrying 14 broomsticks, and the second man was carrying a very well-locked small box that obviously they didn't want him to drop because he was carrying
it with
both hands. Okay, everyone, grab a broomstick, said Teddy. That includes you too, Potter. Mind you, Potter is lowercase. Everybody listen. We will each go one by one through the transporter once it's made. You will arrive in a brick building
just south of
the ministry. There we will all use you-know-what and then fly
to the back
entrance of the place. Then we will drink polyjuice potion and sneak
into
the Prime Minister's office.
The Prime Minister? Justin Trudeau is like, what the fuck?
That's Canada, dumbass.
There, we will all jump into the transporter back and return here. And if Mr. Potter completes his task, then we will send him home. Any questions? Good. On 3. 1, 2, 3.
You forgot the last part. It says Evensko.
I can't read it.
It says Evensko. It's a spell that Karl made up. So let me run down that chapter. I'm gonna give you a Spark Notes rundown of the chapter.
Yes, please.
The chapter is called The Minister's Office, and this entire time they are not in the minister's office at all. They're just talking about it. So wait, they need Harry Potter to kidnap the Minister of Magic. But they're using Polyjuice Potion. So what you'd think is Harry Potter, he's friends with Percy's brother, you know, he's known him ever since he started school at fucking Hogwarts. So you'd think that they'd use Harry Potter's knowledge of and friendship with him to get in. But in fact, they're making him drink Polyjuice Potion. So really, do they need Harry Potter? No. That's the thing. Blake, any comments on that?
I'm amazed, to be honest with you. The creative literature that we've been experiencing with this is blowing my mind, and I'm in awe, and I don't have a lot to say.
All right. Well, Karl, do you have any final words? We're gonna have to end it soon because we're an hour 3 into it. Plus, we have like the 20 minutes of the other.
Wait, we have to record an hour 3?
No, Karl, we've recorded like an hour 23.
Dude, if anyone listens to this the full way through, they're American heroes.
Yeah.
Well, they have to listen, Blake, so they can win the giveaway.
Yeah. So
The giveaway.
Yeah. So my mom is an American hero, and my dad, and that's it.
Which one of them is taking Karl on a date?
Oh my god. I don't know. I bet Daniel Burrow will listen to it too, but he'll probably take the Subway gift card.
He'd take Karl, I think. Oh, it has to be a social distancing date, though.
Yeah. Well, it'll be after the whole thing is over, if it is, if it ever does get over.
Yeah, there we go.
All right. Any final words, Karl?
Well, I've been cringe.
Oh my god. Ryan?
Yeah, I'd like to ask one question to the author.
Okay.
Lucas, you elaborated on the fact that they in no way, shape, or form needed Harry Potter to pull off the scheme that is brewing.
Uh-huh.
Karl, why didn't you just kill off Harry Potter?
That's a good point.
Harry Potter just dies.
First chapter in the book.
I also like how there is, hold on, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 pages left, and we still haven't found out what the Book of Thieves is, which is the title. Like, I guess,
you know what?
I mean, I guess that you have a point, Karl. They don't bring up the Chamber of Secrets until, like, well, I guess they do. They bring that up kind of fast. They don't really bring up you don't find out who the Half-Blood Prince is until, like, the very end of Half-Blood Prince. And you don't find out about the Philosopher's Stone until kind of the end. So, or the Sorcerer's Stone.
In 5th grade, the first time I ever met Karl, he was sitting at his mom's desk typing, and I was like, "Hey, what are you doing?" And he's like, "Do you know what writer's block is?" And I was like,
Oh my god.
"Yeah." And he goes, "Well, I have the opposite of that right now." Typing furiously.
Karl. You did not say that, Karl.
He did.
I might have.
Direct quote.
Is it the first time you ever met Karl?
First time I ever met him, yeah.
I didn't really
going
meet
back from
Karl. Like, I knew of Karl because of this book, and I knew of him in 6th and 7th and 8th grade. And that like, the first time I actually met him was in we had a field trip in 8th grade where we went to, like, some sort of, like, overnight thing, and Karl was in my room. I didn't really talk to him there. Well, he was being kind of weird there, but I'm not gonna say exactly what he did or what he said, but you know, he did some pretty weird stuff.
Oops.
And
One that's made up.
well, okay, I've confirmed it with the person involved, and it was not made up. Well, actually, no, it was made up, but you said it. It was made up by you. Let's just say Karl said he was going to do something, and then he didn't. Okay.
That's very vague.
But it is very vague. But I don't want to get into specifics. Yeah. First time I met Ryan was probably in 6th grade as well. Probably like in choir or like lunch or something. I don't really remember. And Blake, I didn't really know you that well until like 8th grade, man.
Yeah, I think so. I think it was like 8th grade.
Yeah. Well, Blake, did you enjoy being on a second time when you weren't?
I gotta say, this has to be the worst fucking episode of this podcast you've ever done.
Why do you say that?
I don't know. I'm just feeling it. But I also feel like once they hear about the giveaway, this will be the most viewed podcast, and that's what really matters.
Oh, this video will not get any views. I don't know what the deal is. I gotta clickbait the title or something.
That's what I'm saying, dude. Be like Karl's big giveaway or something like that, and I'll just put
giveaway in the thumbnail, like big letters.
Or like Karl takes off shirt or something like that.
I'll name it like the treasure room or something like that.
The treasure room.
Harry Potter and the treasure room. Okay.
Burn down the whole house with your family in it. Oh my god.
Oh my god. Alright. Well, thank you for listening. If you don't like and subscribe, I'll burn down your house with your family in it.
He's protected under the First Amendment. Was saying that he didn't give specific people, dates, or times. Thank you, Constitution. We're good.
Yes. Well, sometimes, Blake, the Constitution doesn't exactly matter. Sometimes you can still get in trouble for, speaking your mind. But, that's...
That's true. Oh, yeah.
That's the world we're living in.
That's garbage.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah,
well, Ryan, any final things to say? Oh, no, you already said something. Karl, any final things to say?
No, I'm good. I'm surprisingly speechless. I'm good.
Blake?
I'm good, man.
All right. Well, have a nice day. Well, I don't know. Karl, say something cringe to end the episode off.
I don't know what you think I've done, but if we were to battle, I have already won.
Oh my god.